Okay, let's not tarry. Let's not tarry. I wonder what the sounds like. I wonder what the sounds like, what the levels are like. I need to turn it down anyway so as not to disturb my tranquility. Okay, how we looking? Let's adjust the mic. Yes, yes, yes. You are in tune too. But the boxing talk with Raphie. OMG, I didn't put that in the title. I haven't put the title in here either. Let's get that sorted ASAP. Where am I going to put it? Yeah, let's put it there. Let's put it there. Paste. Oh, what the hell? That last time. What's going on? Well, let's actually, I do know what's going on. Let's get that correct. Let's get this thing called set and show. No. Show. Go. Yes, yes, yes. And without much further ado, we're gonna get straight into this shiznix.
Yes, Mr. Dawkins. What's good? What's good? What's good?
Mr. Leon Figures up in the building. How you doing, Leon?
Very good this Tuesday evening. Very good. How are you?
Yeah, well, hey, what can I say? You know, the Raphie's always analyzing, always, always, always observing, always coming to some analytical, always drawing up analytical designs like an electrical circuit, trying to connect the dots and coming to some conclusions, asking questions, arriving at hypotheses. Let's say hypotheses, and yeah, some conclusions which I present to members of the jury. Yes, yes, yes. Philip Carl Roberts up in the building. Yeah, and certainly, you know, I like to. Certainly, we've had plenty to chew on. You know, I'm going to call him King Rye because he did some majestic shizzle. Or did he do some majestic shizzle? We're here to talk about it. Thank you for everyone.
We do need to talk.
We need to talk about it, and that's why we're here. That's why I had to call a meeting. And these meetings go by the name of Boxing Talk with Raphie. Although I forgot to put it on the title, I will sort that out. I will make amends. But something happened that I didn't hear anybody calling. I didn't hear anybody calling this. Shall we call it a turn of events? Hold on a second. Let me put my camera on for the people. I didn't hear anyone calling this turn of events, but I will say this: when Ryan got felled by the body shot, he was derided. Raphie was one of the lone voices that said, hey, people can get dropped and stopped by body shots. It's not unheard of. It's not unheard of. It happens. It happens regularly. I think the question is, at the top flight, how often does it happen? But may I present to you a gentleman by the name of Mike McCollum. Now, Mike McCollum went by the name of the Body Snatcher because he went downstairs. He went downstairs frequently to the body and stopped many a challenger with the body shot. But yet, Ryan Garcia, I'm going to call him King Rye. King Rye got derided for it. A white drained King Rye got derided for getting dropped and stopped by a body shot as if it was unheard of, and I didn't buy that. I wasn't buying that, and I still don't buy that. Hold on a second. Let me move this thing on as I.
Can I counter?
Well, 1 second, sir. I'm going to.
When you're ready.
I'm going to open the floor up for you, but I'm just presenting the jury with my opening argument. Of course, I will extend that courtesy to you, as is customary. And so, yeah. So King Rye got stopped by a body shot, and so it was everything he did before that was rated as no good. He's no good. But Raphie wasn't having it. Raphie wasn't buying into it. King Rye, but my counter to all of that was that, hey, you can't ride to man off with a good left hook and speed. A good left hook, a good hook and speed. You can't ride to man off with those capabilities. Those capabilities which I will call, I'll get to the comments in a second. Those capabilities which I will, for the purpose of this argument, I will call assets. Assets. And so when I woke up, I didn't watch it live. When I woke up on Sunday morning and I saw the headlines, I just had to laugh because I know that if I was a betting man, and I do consider myself a betting man, I just don't get down to the bookies, and I'm not comfortable enough to sign up for some betting app. I don't know. I'm suspicious like that. But I need to start doing some calculated sports betting because, you know, I go for the underdog, and I would have put my money on the underdog. I would have put my money on King Rye. King Rye, catcher in the rye. King Rye turned up 3 pounds. I don't even want to get the argument too expansive, so I'm going to leave it right there. That's my opening argument. King Rye should not have been written off. Leon Figures, please present your opening argument.
Well, counter is probably the wrong word to use because I don't fully disagree with what you are saying. I think he was indeed derided by getting stopped by a body shot, but I think it was more the way he stood up on the 10 count. It was more a case of he could have continued. He just chose not to. You know, if you look at what Devin Haney went through, and that is the thing why I think fighters are respected for carrying on, because they do kind of ridicule themselves. They go through a deep beating, and it can be sustained and endured, and then you know your face gets mangled. Whereas he took the body shot, he felt the pain, it hurt him, but the way that he jumped up after the 10 count, to a lot of people proved that he could have continued if he wanted to. Yes, he probably lived to fight another day. He was weight drained and weight claused to stop a full rehydration. So he probably knew there was only going to go one way. And he used all of that experience, he used his negotiation tactics to put Devin Haney in the exact same position. And I don't think he's written off like that. I think it's more because he's presented as one of the 4 kings, and people are thinking he possibly a knight, but not a king because his boxing fundamentals aren't there. I mean, sorry, I can't say boxing fundamentals aren't there. his discipline isn't there. He's had Derek James, Joe Goosen, Eddie Reynoso, highly knowledgeable, intelligent, experienced coaches. I remember thinking when he first came onto the scene, he was with Eddie Reynoso in that stable which Eddie Reynoso had. I was thinking this guy has the potential to be great. He's got a social media following. He's got the looks. He's with the right trainer. If he puts his head down and he works, he can be catastrophic. He can just, it's not catastrophic. He can be atmospheric. You know, he can go really high, like such a high appeal, which he's managed to do with his pay-per-view sales. But he's just everything that's wrong with that generation. That they go for popularity over consistency, dedication, and hard work to get what you want. And unfortunately, life isn't fair, and sometimes that does end up paying you big bucks. Being popular, being good looking, being wild, acting crazy. People lap this up. So I kind of agree with you. I just think that the perception needs a bit of adjustment, because I don't think people were deriding him for being stopped by a body shot. It was more that we believed he could have carried on.
Okay. He could have carried on. He could have carried on to get dropped again and knocked out.
Yes, that's what I said. And that's why I think, it probably was the sensible thing to do. But that's why boxing fans really respect boxers that carry on and show heart. That's the one thing that is standing out from this performance of Devin Haney, that improved his heart. That's the one kind of positive people are talking about Devin Haney with this fight, that he improved his heart. Deontay Wilder, when he showed his heart in the two, the second and third Tyson Fury fights.
Yeah.
We do, even people who hate Deontay Wilder, people who despise Devin Haney for his comments about never losing to a white guy and upsetting a lot of people, even they're saying, right, that Devin Haney showed heart. The guy looked like his jaw was broken, his face looked mangled, it looked all disfigured by the end of it. And that speaks to this thing that he's chinny. Yes, he gets hurt, but he's got survival and recovery skills. I mean, his legs go weak, but he doesn't, he's never been stopped. He's never been stopped.
Yeah.
So I do think that more.
But he was lacking. But he was found lacking.
Of course.
Haney was found lacking. Okay.
Listen, huge holes. Huge holes. Huge gaps.
Well, maybe at this juncture, we talk a little bit about Devin Haney. What went wrong for Devin Haney? Well, before I get to Devin Haney, I have to acknowledge, you see, first of all, I just want to nail my colors to the flag. I didn't write off King Rai. I didn't write him off. Aaron Daly's listening whilst driving the car. Salute to the Combat Radio Nation. Marveloso. Drive safely. Drive safely. What am I looking at? Next comment. Let me go through a few of the comments. First of all, even though the super chat function is available, let's do it this way. King Rai cheated. Leon Coates writes, King Rai cheated a bit with the overweight, though. Throughout his training, he learned very well from the tank fight and the hydration clause. Yes, I think that's valid. I think there's validity to that statement. 3 pounds because I don't know if everybody knows. But Devin Haney remains the WBC junior welterweight champion. We got Teofimo Lopez with the WBO. We got Subriel Matias, IBF. We got Isaac Cruz with the WBA and Devin Haney with the WBC junior welterweight, 140 pounds. pounds. And what was I saying? Yeah, so I better turn the central heating off in a second. You know, the show gets me pumped. So I don't need no external heating. Turn it off in a second. But let me say this. So King Ryan Garcia learned from the tank fight, the dehydration clause. He came in weakened, and it looks like somewhere along the line, remember, he's training under Derek James. Got to give a shout out to Derek James because he too was somewhat derided when his top two fighters took back-to-back losses. We're talking about the Charlo. What is it, Jamel? Yeah, Jamel. And then we're talking about, of course, Errol Spence. So Derek James took a bit of a hiding, but Ryan Garcia put that smile back on his face, and I don't think I've seen him smiling broader. Put a big, broad smile on Derek James' face. So that's got to be some kind of redemption for him. Got to be some kind of redemption for him. But hold on, let me get this out there. So the Ryan Garcia coming in heavy, did it have an effect on the fight? What does the Raphie say? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It meant that he had extra. It meant that he had extra fuel in the tank, and maybe of a higher octane variety than if he'd had to go down and make the weight like Devin did. So did it give Ryan Garcia an advantage? Most certainly. I say most certainly yes. It did give him an advantage. So yeah, was that cheating? If it's deliberate, then yeah, I'd have to say yeah, to an extent, yeah. I can't argue against that. But the fight went ahead, and what happened, and because Ryan Garcia didn't make weight, Devin Haney could not lose his belt. So WBC Mauricio Suleiman has issued a statement to say that Devin Haney remains the junior welterweight 140-pound WBC El Champion. But he's a battered champion, and he's a bruised champion. Battered and bruised. I think you want to say something, Leon. Figures.
I can't remember where I was going to interject. Sorry.
That's okay. That's not a problem. I will continue. Well, oh goodness gracious, the fight doctor, I believe, is in the house.
Oh yes,
the fight doctor.
The
fight doctor. His American compadres have been taking a hell of a shellacking in recent times. We don't even want to talk about what's happened to his main man, Deontay Wilder. The fight doctor, the link is in the chat. If you wish to come and share some of your mushroom-infused pearls of wisdom, then you know you are free to do so. Okay.
I know I was going to say, Mr. Dawkins.
Yeah, man, run it.
Talking about Devin Haney and his choice to go ahead with the fight regardless.
Yeah.
I do think that he has... I don't know if it's clever or fortunate or luck. His career, he wanted to fight Lomachenko, but Lomachenko went in a different direction to stay with his own promotional company and go the Teofimo Lopez route rather than rather than accepting a mandatory challenge from Devin Haney, and then Devin Haney taking a franchise. But it meant that Haney didn't have to fight him until years later as the undisputed champion. And then you had the effect of Teofimo Lopez losing to Gambozos. So then Devin Haney got to fight twice in Australia for huge purses against a reasonably lighter multi-belt champion to claim undisputed. Then he fought Lomachenko with a very close fight. I had him winning it by 7-5, but a lot of people had Devin Haney losing the fight. Then he went up.
To who? Lomachenko?
To Lomachenko, yeah.
Yeah. It was a close fight, yeah.
Then he went up and put on a great performance against Regis Prograis.
Yeah.
Now, Regis Prograis has come out saying that Devin Haney done something similar to him, that he hydrated more than he should have. He said he can't prove that he's an IV drip to boost his weight quicker, but he feels that could have happened. And even this one, even though Ryan Garcia came in overweight, he made the choice to make sure he stayed in weight so they could still keep the belt. Because even though he's lost now, and it's quite an embarrassing loss, we're going to have all these undisputed fights soon. This will soon become old news. And when the dust settles, he'll have a load of money come in the bank once all those pay-per-views come, which I've said could do $1 million before this. He'll have a load of money hit the bank with his 45% of all of that, and he'll still have the WBC belt. So he's still in a rather fortunate position. Like, yeah, it was embarrassing, the loss, but it got to demonstrate that he's got heart. I think he's done a 140. I think he needs to move up to 147. I don't know.
Hold. I'm going to have to interrupt. Slow down. But didn't you see how he fared against the heavier Ryan Garcia? What's your counter to that?
That's what I'm saying. I think that I don't know what he's going to be able to do at 147.
Having said that, you could say that he was drained and Garcia wasn't, was hydrated.
Yes. But, God, look, Ryan didn't... I don't know with Devin Haney why he... I think he thought that it was a cherry pick gone wrong. I think he thought that he could take whatever Ryan Garcia had and he wanted to go for the knockout. That is not Devin Haney's usual style.
No.
It did not make sense. I think he done that.
He thought Ryan was soft.
I don't know. I think he went for a risky move to become a pay-per-view star. I think he thought that if he got a knockout against Ryan Garcia, that all of those fans will follow him to his next pay-per-view. I think he went all out risky.
So why would he do that? He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that against Tank Davis.
Because
he wouldn't go in the middle center of the ring with Tank Davis, and I contend that the reason he did it because he thought, like many people thought, almost everybody, he thought that Ryan Garcia wasn't there.
Yes, exactly.
Ryan Garcia was impaired.
Yes. Ryan
Garcia was an easy kill.
Yeah,
Ryan Garcia was soft.
There for the taking.
Soft.
Warm apple pie, sliced.
Soft
scoop ice cream on the side, all there. He thought he was ready to eat.
Soft.
And it turned out to be poison apple.
Yeah, poison ivy. You know what I'm saying? He thought that Ryan Garcia was soft, and that's why he employed the strategy which he did. Came in to the middle of the ring, stood up, and said, "Let's go," and summarily ate a hook to the jaw, which put him on Bambi legs and put his ass on the deck because he thought, like everybody and anybody who supported the video, can't remember what it was called now. What was it called? It was, hold on a second, let me pull it up. I should have had that ready. Let me pull that up. What was that video? What was the name of the video? It was called King Troll because he trolled everybody. He trolled everybody, including Devin Haney, because that was not a Devin Haney is known generally I don't find him the most scintillating, but he beat Lomachenko, so he must be good. He must be some kind of good, to some extent. But I think some of that, a good portion of that, comes down to game planning and strategy. And he went in there with a game plan that Ryan Garcia was not with it. Not Ryan Garcia was out with the fairies. Ryan Garcia was going to be a soft touch, and you have to say everybody got trawled, including Devin Haney, because if he'd have took Ryan more seriously, if Ryan hadn't been coming out with the stuff that he was coming out with, he would have took Ryan more seriously, and Ryan got him to literally and figuratively lower his guard.
I mean, I have to qualify this by saying I kind of cleansed my social media intake.
There's some squeaking and rattling and tapping on your side, Leon. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know. So okay. Yeah.
Sorry, it's only because I was holding your iPad. Hopefully that'll be better now. Put it down.
Yeah. Should be cool.
Yeah. So I kind of did not pay. I paid minimal attention to the stuff that Ryan Garcia was coming out with. I saw only little snippets, so I don't know how outlandish it was. So I have to qualify what I'm saying. What I always said with that, but I always thought it was a publicity stunt. I didn't think it was. He was going through some. I think he was feigning this mental health, and he was feigning being crazy. I didn't think he was doing it to put Devin Haney off. I thought he was doing it so that he would increase his pay-per-view buys, because in this society, people love car crash TV. Like, I'm sure lots of people bought the pay-per-view just to see if he's going to have a breakdown in the ring. But then saying that, with Devin Haney being in press conferences with him, having to do interviews with him, like, you can't be around a crazy person and allow yourself in that space for too long, because it does bring down your sanity. I remember talking to somebody that was married to somebody who then was diagnosed with bipolar, and she was saying, like, her daughter was saying, if you had stayed with Daddy, he would have been in a better place. And she said to him, listen, I felt my mental health going down. Like, I felt my sanity decreasing from being with that craziness day in, day out. And I had to think of you. So he might have been better, but you would have had him at 30% rather than 20%, and me at 70% rather than 90%. And she was like, I had to take that. So I think that it's difficult, especially, and then having to get in the ring and fight a crazy person. It does put you off because they're crazy. if you believe it, it is very off-putting. I think it was extremely challenging. That's why I think affected the referee's performance as well. It was a challenging fight to be in, and the person who was in the best position was Ryan Garcia, because he was the one causing all the havoc. So he wasn't necessarily affected by it.
For real. Well, he was positively affected by it, if you believe all of that.
Yes, I mean, who knows? If
the other guy was negatively affected, then negativity and positivity they work together. So if one guy was negatively affected, then you have to say, well, do we then not have to say that the other guy was positively affected?
Oh yeah, in that sense, yes. When I said the who knows, it was to the effect of attesting to his actual sanity. I just think he's just a bit out there, and you can see it when you see how Ryan Garcia's dad is.
Yeah.
He's a bit out there as well. Do you get what I mean? And sometimes the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and if you grow up with that, your behaviour is going to can be affected by that. So they just might be a bit out there.
Yeah, but there's an argument to say that a crazy person is just someone who says what they think.
But I don't know. I mean, he did keep saying he's going to be the biggest troll. He told Oscar De La Hoya that. He said it in the post press conference. He said it in the ring. Like you thought I was crazy.
Mm.
You know, it's either way. If that was just for pay-per-view buys and some of the allegations, some of the things he was speaking about, like what happens to children, some of the most horrible things that can happen, that is not something to ever profit off. And I think that's really that you can profit off it, but I think it's really despicable to do so.
I didn't listen to everything that he said, so I'm not endorsing anything that he said.
Oh no, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying in the sense of him saying outlandish stuff to get attention, to get pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it clear. I'm just trying to make it clear to people that I didn't really listen to the build-up. What he was saying, I heard a little bit here, a little bit there. So I'm in no way endorsing any of the things that Ryan Garcia said because I didn't really get into that.
And I might well be doing a bit of disservice because he might have actually said these things. I never listened to the whole thing. It's just snippets and suggestions, second-hand information that I've heard. Yeah. So I might even be incorrect because I just purposefully chose not to entertain that kind of circus part of it.
Yeah, I chose that too. I didn't have time for that anyway. So, but yeah, there's other more interesting things for me to do than to listen to the ramblings of a cat who I don't know how deep he is. I don't really know how deep he is. Certainly, I don't know how well he knows to articulate. I don't know how well read he is. I don't know if he's more intelligent than Mike. I really don't know that. So how the hell am I going to learn from that cat? I might learn some things, but hey, you never know. So I think Ryan Garcia came in with a mental advantage and perhaps a physical advantage too. We're looking at mitigating circumstances why Devin Haney may have underperformed. Do I think he underperformed? Yes, I do. Hold on a second. One tiny minute. Let's not forget to do this. I should have done this previously anyway, but let's get a poll going. And the question is, who wins? Wins the rematch. I'm saying the rematch. There's no guarantee that there will be a rematch, but Devin Haney is the champion. He said he would like a rematch. So I'm posing the question. If it happens, who wins the rematch? And a lot of the letters have gone off my keyboard. So it's like a bit of guesswork where the correct key is at times. The rematch, question mark. Oh, that's not the question mark. Where is the question mark? Is it there? No. Is it there? Yeah. Who wins the rematch? We're going to go with King Rai or Haney. King Rai or Haney. We're going to go like that. We're going to do it like that. And who was talking, me or you? It was me. Yeah, so I think that was not the best Devin Haney, but it was the best King Rai for this situation. Is that the best we've ever seen King Rai? Well, might be. Has he ever dropped anybody 3 times in a fight, championship fight? I don't think so. That might be the best King Rai, but it certainly wasn't the best Devin Haney. So who wins the rematch anyway? That's for the people to get their votes in.
But Mr. Dawkins,
yes,
he demonstrated speed and power He never demonstrated many other boxing fundamentals. He took lots of lazy time in the ring. It was like he was recharging his batteries to just go for flurries again. He had that crazy extended turn your back shoulder roll type defense to protect his stomach from another Tank Davis type punishment.
Yeah.
He was just willing to take a punch to throw one. I don't think he displayed many boxing fundamentals. It's like in this scenario against this opponent who went against his boxing fundamentals, which benefit him, to try and meet in a stand in the center of the ring and go toe to toe with a freaking hooker.
Yeah.
And he never depleted himself to decrease your ability to take a punch. And his opponent did deplete himself, which decreases his ability to give a punch.
For real.
I don't think this, for me, proves that Ryan is any more than I thought he was before. I was very surprised by the result, but I remember saying the only way Devin loses this is if he throws it away. This was before the not making weight by Ryan Garcia. I never knew about that advantage. But I said the only way he loses it is if he does that, meets him in the center of the ring, goes for the knockout, and gets chinned.
For real.
So it's like, to answer, I can't vote because I'm on StreamYard with my iPad, so I can't think. So I would actually say that I think if it was at 140, I think Ryan wins the rematch, because Devin Haney's punch resistance isn't going to get any better if he keeps boiling down to 140. He really needs to. I think he's done it that way. If he boils down again, Ryan Garcia's thinking, well, he won't. He'll just empty the tank, to use a popular phrase now, and just unload on him, knowing that I can take his punch and I can knock him out.
Damn. Yeah. Yes. So the poll is up. Remember, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
We all know Mr. Dawkins likes to smash and dash.
Smash and dash. No cash and carry. Smash and dash. You know what I mean? Smash and dash. Okay. So
blink and he's gone.
Yeah, man. I literally had to run out of the house. One time. I was just like, no, I can't stay. I gotta do what I gotta do, and then I gotta bounce. And so I had to bounce up out of there. And let me present what me present what I want to present. If it lets me present it. Where are we? That's the one. That's what I was looking for as we continue on. What are people saying? Let's go through a few of these comments. Not too far back there. Where are we? I thought the ref missed. A punch or two. Should have called a knockdown if I remember. I think he was down 5 times. Well, yeah, he was down 5 times, but having watched back some of those knockdowns, some of them I remember. One looked like a knockdown. I called it a knockdown at first, but then the finishing blow was to the back of the neck. And then he pushed him down. So some of the knockdowns were not counted knockdowns for legitimate reason. Some of the knockdowns, there were fouls involved on Ryan's part. And so that meant it could not be ruled a legitimate knockdown. So I think the ref didn't really have a howler. He just called some illegal knockdowns. He just ruled them off. And so, yeah, I can't argue with that. If you watch the video that I did after the fight, you will see that I make some points and I give what do you call it? I give pictorial evidence as supporting articles for why some of the knockdowns were actually not knockdowns. Okay, so that's my response to that. Where we at? Haney tried to trade, not the best tactic against a bigger puncher with faster hands indeed. That speaks to the poor tactics adopted by what I believe they believed was a weakened Garcia. And he wasn't actually weakened, he was actually strengthened. There have been times where we've been here for a long time. And the fight doctors often played a role in that. But talking about my American Padres, the HMO night, you need to come back and we need to talk about something, because you asked me why Anthony Joshua was ducking Zilly Zhang. That was before Zilly Zhang got banged by Parker. We need to come back. We need to come back on that one and express your views after that fight. So we need to talk about that one. I bet Eddie Hearn is a bit gutted. It was Golden Boy v Matchroom. Well, Golden Boy tend to do well against Matchroom. Although this one was an unexpected one, Leon Figures.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The Eddie Hearn, he kind of does have this thing of Devin Haney has been with him since the whole DAZN kind of project started. But
actually, Devin Haney isn't actually with DAZN right about now.
Exactly. Devin Haney kind of leaves and comes back.
Devin Haney's been Top Rank. So it was Top Rank versus Golden Boy.
I think he was with Matchroom. I think he was represented because he had Eddie Hearn with him. I think he was.
No. Eddie Hearn was just visiting. Eddie Hearn just came to show support to his friend. He said so out of his own mouth. So I think Devin Haney might still be with Top Rank.
I don't know if he's going. If he's not. He's doing like the Fabio Waldy thing. Not taking long-term deals. I mean, he took up with Top Rank to get the Undisputed and the Lomachenko fight.
Yeah.
And then after that, with DAZN, it wasn't.
Well, all I can say is he ain't with DAZN. That's what I can tell you with 100% certainty. He ain't with Matchroom.
Yeah, he wants the freedom to go and fight, to go where the fights are. If he wants to try Lopez, he wants to try Lopez. If he wants to get a PBC fight, he wants that freedom.
I think, but I think he is with Top Rank. I think he still is with Top Rank.
No, Top Rank had nothing to do with this fight, though, did it? It wasn't.
I don't know who he's with, but he definitely ain't with Eddie Hearn. 100% not with Eddie Hearn. He ain't with Matchroom and he ain't with DAZN. I can tell you that categorically.
Yeah, so he would just go to whichever broadcaster has the fight that he thinks is the most. If he has a mandatory or something, I think then Matchroom will step in and put in purse bids and he'll fight under the Matchroom banner. But when it comes to fighting other fighters that aren't under DAZN or Matchroom, he will happily leave Matchroom and go to them if he has to do that to make the fight.
Yeah, he will do. He got dropped 5 or 6 times. I think it was 5. And like I said, a number of those knockdowns were not legitimate. They had an illegal element and as such were ruled not knockdowns. I'm satisfied with that. As far as his trainer is concerned, well, Bill Haney is not his sole trainer. Devin Haney's got a bunch of trainers. Bill brings other people in before COVID lockdown. They were working with Ben Davidson. They had him over regular, and I think he's got other people in the camp. So it's not just down to Bill. If you're saying, but Bill is the head trainer. But if you're saying he needs a new head trainer, well, yeah. But I think Bill will always have some kind of input. But needs a new rudder, maybe so. Well, I think so. I think absolutely. I didn't seem to have any answers. They didn't seem to have a plan B, and plan A was very flawed. Might be time for Haney to get a new trainer. Bill has took him as far as he can. Yeah, just address that.
Which is very far. Undisputed.
Yeah.
3 huge paydays. The 2 Cambosis fights and the Ryan Garcia fight. I think his dad's done very, very well by him. Very, very well. And as I said, if he never wins another fight, you can't take away that he was undisputed. You can't take away that achievement.
For real. Yeah, he goes where the fights are. Very sensible. Got locked in with the top rank for a while, but then looks like he's flown the coop. Looks like he's flown from that coop. So where are we now? Devin Haney, we talked about. I want to know what the poll is saying. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Where is the poll? Let me scroll up a little bit. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Did I not drop the link? Did I not pin the link? Let me pin the link. Where is it? Because as we move on, make the salient points and then dip on out. People can get a good night's sleep. Let me pin that. Where is it? Right down there at the bottom. Somebody needs to leave a comment so I can pin that, so I can move it up out of the way of the heart. In fact, I can do it myself, can't I? I don't have to wait. I can't wait. All right. Okay, somebody's done it. Excellent. Fantastic. It's been the Leon Figures. Not messing about. Where are we now? What are we saying here? Pin. Okay, so that message is pinned, and now we are looking at the poll. I'm going to leave it for another 30 seconds so people can get their votes on the poll in, actually. And I'm going to go into my phone, because there's a way where people can access things that they think they can't access when they're on their phone. There's a way you can access the like button. Let me just get into mine, and I can talk you through this thing. Let me talk you through. Okay, volume's down, hopefully. Volume is down. Okay, so everybody can see the chat. That's fine. But where's the 3 dots? There's 3 dots somewhere. It's the 3 dots. Where is the 3 dots up there? Hold on a second. Un momento, mami, slow your tempo. I'm looking for the 3 dots. I was on another show. Somebody says just press on the 3 dots. And I pressed on the 3 dots and everything was cool. Now I can't see the 3 dots on my own shizzle. But if you can see the 3 dots on your phone, you just tap on the 3 dots and it gives you options. Gives you some options. Chat. Can't see the 3 dots. Okay, no worries. Okay, so let me get out of that. And let's go back to the poll. See what people are saying. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. It's right in front of me. Has there been any movement? Yet. So I didn't even have to wait. Okay, let's end the poll right there. And let's refresh that. Let's paste that into the chat. Okay, so the question was, who wins the rematch? And our poll results are as follows. King Rye, 75%. Devin Haney, 25%. That's a That's a resounding 3-1. 3-1. People favor Ryan Garcia beating Devin Haney in a rematch. Well, I will be a dissenting voice. I think that for the reasons we have previously expressed, Devin Haney wins the rematch. Although, yes, controversial views being espoused over here on the RDCR.
If there's anything this weekend showed, you can't rule anything out.
Can't rule anything out because now it's reversed. Before, it's probably less than 25% of people who thought that King Rye was going to win, and now only 25% of people think that Devin Haney is going to win the rematch. So you see how things can change in the twinkling of an eye. And Leon Figures, do you have anything else to add on this topic before we move into our final topic, which is going to be a real quick one?
No, it was just a thoroughly entertaining fight, but mainly because the boxing on display fundamentally and skill-wise was pretty low. And I was very surprised by that, especially from Devin Haney.
Yeah.
But I'm not quite ready to throw him in the trash.
No.
Let's see if he can regroup and come back.
Mm.
And even if he can't, he's enjoyed a lot of success. And good luck to him.
He stacked them chips. He stacked them chips.
Hopefully he hasn't blown out.
No, I mean he's been spoken of as having invested wisely.
Excellent.
So I think he's good, but this will be a jolt to the system. Certainly was a jolt to his jaw, or several jolts to his jaw. Arguably might have a broken jaw. Certainly his face, one side of his face looks swollen like a panda.
It's character development. You have to go through these things in life. Everything can't go smoothly. You can't have no losses.
100.
It's how you develop character. And I think that's a lot of the problem with these children in this day and age.
Yes.
Life's so comfortable.
Yeah.
They've known no struggle.
Mm.
And they haven't developed the character from struggle breed character.
100.
And it's lacking.
It's lacking out there. So, if you're tempted to write Devin Haney off, Leon Figures and I suggest you take time. Just be.
I mean, in that division, so many of them have had losses that look terrible, and they've come back and looked really good. Teofimo Lopez, for an example.
Lopez against Sandor Martin. Look at that.
Yes.
Do I still got it? Do I still got it? You didn't see that clip at the end of the Sandor Martin fight?
Yes, that famous "Do I Still Got It," and then he reversed it when he won the belts back at Josh Taylor, and that was the last word on the telecast. Oh, Dad, do I still got it? And everyone's laughing at the end. I thought that was great.
Do I? One question: do I still got it? So be careful. Be easy, folks. Be easy. Don't let success go to your head, and don't let failure go to your heart. You know what I'm saying? By one of our favorite poet laureates, Anthony Joshua. Okay, so we're gonna end this thing on a fun one. It is being reputed. Should I even bring it up? Should I even bring the article up? Well, why not? Let's get that out of here. Let's bring the article up. I just heard the word. Let's see if it's been written about. Who versus who? Oh, I'm not gonna say it out loud. Just want to surprise y'all with it. Just want to surprise y'all with it. Oh, see if it's. Oh, it's up. Hold on. That's on YouTube. I want an article. I want news. Oh. So what? How many hours ago was that? Okay, 13. Oh, what? 6 hours ago? Hold on. Yeah, that was 6 hours ago. Let's have a look for some more. No, that's cool. We'll go with that. We'll go with Talk Sports. We'll go with Talk Sports. Let me share. Get out of here. Let me share this with you, Michelle. Let's present this. Always like when there's an article to back it up. I wonder if people can see that. Oh, it's a little bit. Let's blow this up just a little bit. Okay. Hopefully, y'all.
Ooh.
Okay, that's what I like. That's the response that I like. And I give y'all a little surprise. Or is it a big surprise?
That is a fun fight. That's a fun fight.
That's a fun. That's family. That's fun for the whole family.
Come forward, inside, pressure fighting, just beautiful.
Yeah, and for anybody who don't know what we're talking about, can't see your screen right now. If you're listening to the Combat Radio on your radio, it's Andy Ruiz will face Jarrell Big Belly Miller in his long overdue comeback fight, according to reports. Okay, so former unified heavyweight world champion who hasn't fought since beating Luis Ortiz by unanimous decision in September 2022. September 2022. Lord have mercy. That's a year and a half ago.
Yep, it will be damn near 2 years when he gets in the ring again.
Damn near 2 years before he gets in the ring again. Damn, his whole life changed when he got that Joshua money.
Well, both of them, isn't it? That second Saudi bag is quite substantial.
Damn, he got new teeth. Probably going to be getting some hair plugs soon.
It was so funny listening to Fury trying to say that he brought boxing to Saudi, and we're like, are we just going to ignore the Joshua fights that was out there first?
Yeah, it's full of it. He's full of it. Luke's full of it. And he got new teeth. He got new tats. He got a new woman. He got a gang of new whips. One thing he didn't get was more ambition. He got less ambition when he got that Joshua blessing. When he got that Joshua blessing, everything went to his belly. Went to his head. He went to his belly. But now it looks like Al Sheikh, according to ESPN. Hold on a second. According to ESPN, he will return. He, being Ruiz, will return to the ring on August the 3rd against Miller in an event organized by Saudi Arabia's new boxing impresario, Turkey Al Sheikh, aka His Excellency. The Blockbuster show is said to be taking place in Los Angeles. So we're breaking the news for those who haven't heard. Turkey Al Sheikh is taking the show to America. The Blockbuster show is said to be taking place in Los Angeles with Terence Crawford and Israel Madrimov headlining. Isaac Cruz is also reportedly set to feature on the same bill as he prepares to make first defense of his WBA junior welterweight, I call it super lightweight, let's go with that, title against Jose Venezuela. Okay, so on Monday, Ruiz dropped a major hint that he'll be returning to action this summer by responding to a social media post regarding his reported first date. His fight date, reported fight date with a pair of eyes emoji. Okay. So yeah, Ruiz back, getting back into the fold. Now the money's long. He's had offers.
Oh, the chats are killing me, Raph. The chats are killing me.
I haven't even seen the chat. Let's get back into the chat.
It's just saying, oh, they should fight, like, put a buffet table. Just have the winner gets first dibs at the buffet and let them go at it.
Who we talk? We're talking Ruiz. Oh my God, yeah, you see what you mean. Ruiz versus Miller. Them boys could clean out a restaurant. I could clean out a restaurant between them.
Winner gets to the buffet table first.
Oh
lights out, seconds out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it could be lights out. They might eat themselves into a coma. They could put a buffet table in the middle of the ring for that. That would get them fighting. Hell yeah. The Battle of the Bulge. The Battle of the Bulge. Who's Lightyear? How come I ain't see nobody called Lightyear?
Well, welcome.
I don't see nobody called Lightyear.
Yeah, you've just the Battle of the Bellies. Haven't you just highlighted that comment?
Oh, there's Lightyear. There's Lightyear right there. Okay, yeah, damn. Okay, Lightyear, yeah. Good graphic, good graphic. The Battle of the Bellies. Who's this? Raphael Benjamin. What's going on here? Why people calling for a rematch? You forgot this fight was to determine who the better fighter out of 3v3. Ryan scored 4-3. Game over. What 3v3? Was it 3v3? Was it?
In the amateurs.
Oh, is that what we're talking about? Well, what, Ryan missed weight, so it was a championship fight and he missed weight. We can't ignore that. Good step up for the big baby Miller. Yeah, I think he owes some Eddie Murphy. I think he earns some money. Some money for, where is he? And they got a picture of the big belly.
I think he got that payback when he fought Dubois. I think Eddie Hearn got his money because they give the promoters who owe money first before they give the fighters their purse.
Is that a fact?
I think that's how they do it, especially with Eddie Hearn being part of the promotion. If you're a fighter that goes under another promoter, and because they take advances for their training camps, if they don't turn up for the fight, you have to wait for them to get paid again before you can claim your money back.
Yeah. I don't seem to have a picture of Miller himself. He's just one of him pushing up his mouth versus Anthony Joshua. There he is, the big belly Miller. Tried to fight his way and tried to talk his way into a Joshua fight, but couldn't deal with Dubois. And that was an entertaining fight. So there you have it, folks. Don't say the Raphie don't pull no surprises on you. Don't say the Raphie don't give you no surprises, because Andreas the Punch Ruiz is back.
Mr. Dawkins.
Indeed.
I made it. Sorry, on a side note, before you go.
Yeah.
I made a schoolboy error. I got way too excited with the home gym session. I did 10 sets of squats, 10 of arms, 10 of bench press, 10 of shoulders.
In one workout.
Felt fantastic.
Wow.
And then, listen, you said one workout.
Yeah.
4 hours later, I did another 5 of each.
Wow.
And yeah, I've just been sore.
Wow. Why did you do?
I don't know. I got excited. I enjoyed it. You know how you get. And I think that was Thursday. So I've not been able to touch it since then. I just tried a little tickle today.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the shoulder's still not there. I was doing some sets on the bench. I got to 8 sets and I felt the shoulder. I was like, no, listen to your body this time.
So you're right. It was a schoolboy error.
Very schoolboy. Just
You know,
way too excited.
my workouts during the week now are during my lunch hour. So
That's what I was doing before. I was doing like 15 minutes a day, just going.
Yeah. My workouts now are they're only like what 35 minutes a session now.
Yeah, that's plenty.
Yeah, that keeps me stimulated, and every time I go, because I don't go every day, I probably go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. No, what's my split now? It's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'll go for an hour either on Saturday or Sunday, or maybe Saturday and Sunday. But because my workouts are so short during the week, I'm just constantly fresh. You know what I mean?
It's nice. It's nice.
Constantly fresh. I'm just stimulate, like Lee Haney used to say, stimulate, don't annihilate. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing to the people. That's what we're doing to the people. Them tonight, we're stimulating you. We're not trying to annihilate you. And we came in, we gave you the goods, and finished off with some super good news at the very end there. And Leon Figures, your final words, please. Thank you. Shout out to the Leon Figures. Drop some money in the chat. Leon Figures.
No, thank you for allowing me on. It's always fun. It's always a fun being part of this of your panel.
Hey, much appreciation. Shout out to the Leon Figures. Leon, peace out, and we'll catch you next time.
Take care, Mr. Dawkins.
Marveloso. Okay, folks, so that's it. That's your lot. It's a Tuesday night, and we banged out a nice hour, 10 minutes, with the working man in mind, working man and the working woman who got to get up early in the morning to get that cheddar, because the cheddar make it better. King Rye did his thing. Very fun fight. Loved it. Shout out to King Rye. He was derided, and he came back to make a mockery, make a fool of those who said that he didn't have a prayer, when, in the words of Muhammad Ali, all I need is a prayer. Okay, so there you have it. Shout out to everybody who took time out of their day. Lightyear, back in the building. I remember that avatar now. I think you've been here before. I ain't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is doing well. And that's it. You may catch me in another live later on in the week. You may see a video later on in the week. But it's rough. It's very busy over here at Dawkins Towers. All kinds. We're trying to make all kinds of gains. All kinds. Stay safe. Thank you and good night. Peace to the chat. Peace to you all. And, it's at this time when I have to say to you, all I've got to say, all that's left to say is, it's the Raphie Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares, and it is the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, link in the description box. And all that's left me to say is, blessed.